in the league.
It reminds me a little bit of the triangle. What I mean by that, there's constant motions and cuts in this defensive system. You know, it's much more than just a Splash Brothers shooting up threes.
Yeah, you know, Steve, he did a great job of blending.
Hello and thanks for joining us, 2K Sports fans, for another exciting presentation of NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Well, it was the Golden State Warriors in their last game, a loss to the Cleveland Cavaliers. And boy, they really got humiliated at home. They got flat out dominated in that game, guys.
Yeah, their defense got sliced and diced in that game. They just weren't closing down on perimeter shooters, not nearly quick enough. And then they gave up their fair share of those point-blank shots on the interior as well.
Something was clearly amiss for them, Greg. I mean, to let an opponent shoot that high a percentage, you got to take a real long look in the mirror after a game like that.
Here's the starting group for the Charlotte Hornets. Kemba Walker is out there with Jeremy Lamb. Then there's Al Jefferson. Then there's Batum, and it's Kaminsky in at the 4 spot. Batum against Curry. Now here's Batum. Tight defense on him. Kaminsky sets the pick for Lamb. Nice teamwork to set up the pick play and make the space for the J.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of him.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge, Greg. And when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Now here's Curry. He's coming off a 13-point game against Cleveland.
And also his assist total tells you about the job he did of keeping his head up and keeping his teammates involved.
Looking at the last game for Charlotte, it was a loss to the Kings in Sacramento.
And the effort down the stretch, those final few minutes of regulation, you know, that's what they needed, but they were burnt out in the overtime.
Yeah, that's a good call, Greg. I mean, there was a little bit of a letdown for them in OT, and that can happen after you expend so much energy just to force the overtime.
Here's Miller. 11-point game his last outing. Good.
Man, that is not an easy shot right there. I mean, he had to get it off over a much taller defender.
Yeah, he needed to add just a little more loft on that one because of the size mismatch, and he did it perfectly.
And here's Walker. Following the three-pointer by Freak, and the basket by Kaminsky.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Now, here is Miller. He's got 5. There's the foul. It's on Jeremy Lamb. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. It's stolen by Jefferson.
Defense is all about anticipation, and he had perfect anticipation on that pass and comes away with the steal.
And Batum kicks to Walker. Pass to Lamb. Off the pick. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Yes, Lamb's got his second bucket tonight.
Well, I think this is the start they wanted. Come out and put some points up early. 3 of 4 so far.
Curry kicks to Miller. Fires the 3. Walker with the rebound. Hornets leading by 3. And that one's good.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Curry kicks to Miller. For 3. And again, no good by Golden State. Hornets have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yes, sir, fellas. They've had it going on big time.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
The Warriors have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter, and Green gets it to go.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
So it's the Hornets now. Walker with it. He's been a nice option for them offensively, and he's averaging more than 17 points a game. Poked loose. Kaminsky, the pass to Batum. There's the dish to Walker. Clock at 6. Here's Lamb. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. The Warriors trail. Curry kicks to Barnes. Golden State moving it around. There's Miller with the three. Miller with another miss.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Now here's Lamb, covered by Miller. And here is Lamb. He's got 6, dishes it to Jefferson. For Charlotte, they've had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
Those are good numbers for any team. I mean, they can feel extremely good about their free throw shooting percentage this season.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Azili's checked in for Bogut. D'Alembert comes in for Draymond Green. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Barnes. And it's Thompson in for Curry. Thompson dishes to Miller. Passes it to D'Alembert. Iguodala outside. There's the three. The shot will not go. And the Hornets now going the other way. And Hawes kicks to Jefferson. Iguodala against Harris. Here's Hawes. And good coming on the assist from Devin Harris. Hawes got his first bucket of the night. Miller kicks to D'Alembert. Shots good by Miller.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Now here is Harris. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Jefferson kicks to Lynn. He feeds it to Hawes. And a great job by the D contesting that shot and forcing the miss. Miller, the pass to Iguodala. And now running up the court. Miller pushing it up. Rebounded by Devin Harris.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Let's go. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Hornets lead by 4. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And before the game, we heard from Kemba Walker. He talked about his mentality when he steps out onto the floor. You know, he may be having fun, but I'm not so sure. Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for Festus Ezeli. Harrison Barnes comes in for Andre Iguodala. Green, he's checked in for Thompson. And Miller's subbed in for Steph Curry. Setting the floor for the Hornets. They've got Batum. Jefferson is out there with Kaminsky. Then it's Jeremy Lin. And it's Walker in at the 1. It's stolen by Green. Now the Warriors moving it up. Here's Barnes. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
That's his first personal foul.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Boy, it certainly appears to be the case, Greg. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical.
And it's Walker penetrating, and he gets the bucket. Walker's got his second basket of the night.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
And a fast break now for the Hornets. Batum leading the charge.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. The defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Guys, they are getting exposed in terms of their low post defense.
Here's Green after Jeremy Lin's bucket. Green dishes to Miller. Launches a three, and that one's good. Miller's got 10 points.
Getting better and better. Got that field goal percentage up in the 60s now.
Clark, they've dialed it in here in the second quarter, playing really well.
Now here's Lin. Back to Walker. Puts up a three. Rebounded by Bogut. Golden State's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. And Green gets it to go.
After going scoreless in the first, he's really found a way to turn it on here in the second quarter.
Walker against Miller. Screen by Jefferson. Batum wide open. He fires. Rebounded by Bogut. Bogut's got 4 rebounds in this game. Green kicks to Miller. Miller with another miss.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
On the wing, Batum to the inside. It's stolen by Bogut. The drive by Green. Walker with some nice D.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That's on Andrew Bogut. The Hornets have made all of their free throws so far tonight, going 6 for 6. First one falls for it. Some changes for Golden State. Allen Bear comes in for Andrew Bogut. And it's Klay Thompson in for Green. Both free throws good from Batum.
This is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line right here.
There's Miller with the 3. Miller with another miss.
Even with every shot clanging off the rim, he seems determined to keep hoisting up these threes. It might be time to get inside of that arc.
Batum, good.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
Miller outside. And that one's good. Miller's got 13. Walker. No good. And we're through the first half of basketball here in what's been a good one. Warriors ahead. They're up.
Well, guys, I'm here.
Welcome back, folks. Thank you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to get going once again. Hey, during the break, players getting a chance to refuel and hydrate with some Gatorade as there is more basketball in store.
Check out the night for Miller. 13 points, and he's got 9 points from behind the arc.
And that's been an important part of his game today. It's really spaced the floor.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Green at the 4 with Bogut at the 5. Steph Curry's out there with Miller. And it's Barnes in at the small forward. And here's Miller outside. Miller with another miss. Hornets trail by 3. Outside, Walker. Back to Jefferson. Plays it up and in off the pretty assist. Jefferson's got the first points of the second half here for Charlotte. Walker against Curry.
Move the ball. Stick it to one.
Here in this third quarter. Just over a minute play. Miller, the pass to Curry. Shot clock at 6. Offensive rebound. Goes back up. Got a piece of it.
That's a big donut, folks, here. Start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
And slam dunk by Lamb. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, it's been a really good game for sure. I mean, it looks like it's going to stay tight throughout.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
And some of these distributors have very out from beyond the arc this season. The best shooting point guards in the league. Number 1, Steph Curry.
He is so exceptional from long range that it forces the defense out and really opens things up for him, which makes it easier for him to set up his teammates.
Well, he's a prime example of why being a top-notch three-point shooter comes in handy for a point guard.
Outside, Batum. Pause, no luck. Golden State's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Miller outside. Lets it go with the 3. And he gets it to go. Miller's got 16 points.
Defender there in the neighborhood, but not quite close enough. Good shot.
Now here is Harris. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. The pass to Batum. Pause, dishes to Harris. Plays it up and banks it in. Harris has got the game tied up here for the Hornets.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
The Warriors making a switch. And thanks for joining us again as the 4th quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. The Hornets shooting the ball at 42%. And on the court for Charlotte as we start the 4th. Al Jefferson out there with Kaminsky. Then it's Jeremy Lin. And there's Kemba Walker. And it's Batum in at the small forward position. And that one's drained from the low block. Batum's got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for Charlotte. Miller against Walker. Miller, no luck. Charlotte in the lead. Kicks it to Kaminsky. All sorts of time. It's rebounded by Golden State.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Well, the defenders have to make sure they tag it.
Here's Miller. And the Warriors get it back. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And again, no good by Golden State. Thompson against Walker. Thompson comes with the double team. And it's Walker penetrating. Right side, Batum. Such a wide open look. Batum's got 4 points in the quarter.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Walker against Miller. Miller with another miss.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost him.
And Batum kicks to Walker. In a wide open look for Lin. Knocks down the 3 ball. Now it's a 7-point Hornets lead.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
And here's Miller outside, and the shot is good. Miller's got 19 points.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the quality of that three-point shot attempt right there, going at it the way they did, but it all worked out for him.
Lin kicks to Jefferson. And the rejection by Azili. Miller with the ball. And it's Lin picking him up from the corner. And with that, the Hornets lead is cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Thompson.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Kaminsky kicks to Lin. The rebound by Azili.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Green passes to Barnes. Batum with the steal. 3-on-3. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Hornets?
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going, and you just want to keep it going.
Yeah, but they've been killing it from the free throw line tonight. Those points keep adding up as we go along.
The Warriors making a switch here. Bogut's checked in. Lamb, he's checked in for the Hornets. Miller against Land. Miller inside. Oh, that's blocked.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Here's Lamb. Misses off the left iron. Warriors trail by 4. On the wing, Miller. Defended by Lynn. Out to Thompson. Back to Miller. The trade. And that one's good. Miller's got 22 points.
Man, they came out smoking here from beyond.
And, Greg, as hot as they are from out there, absolutely no reason at all not to just keep letting them fly.
And Lamb kicks to Lynn with the shot. And the jumper is on the mark. And the Hornets lead by 3.
And how about the execution, really when it matters most? He knew he had the height advantage and just got the job done. No need to pass in that situation.
Miller dishes to Green. Inside. It's stolen by Jefferson. Here's Batum. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Barnes has got his 3rd rebound on the night. Miller outside. Another 3 for Golden State.
Look at the damage this young man is doing from deep. And there's another one.
And it's a big one. What a performance. From long range. Remarkable.
Let's keep it going for your Warriors girls.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
I was able to listen in on what Steve Clifford was going over with his team. The game's still in question, but he told his players, guys, this is when it's fun, right? Time is winding down, a close game. This is where you show the preparation and the time you put in. Kevin, we'll see if they respond.
And the dunk by Jefferson.
No, he's not your typical NBA center in terms of height, guys, but he plays as big as any of them, thanks to his incredible bounceability.
Miller against Walker. Lets it go from 11. Miller, no up.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
And the shot is good. Barnes has got it all tied up now for the Warriors.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
Here's Jefferson, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's on Andrew Bogut.
And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
Yeah, I agree with you there, but at least they did get the clock stopped. That is the one saving grace of that situation.
He knocks down the clutch free throw. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 2-point ball game.
The biggest problem is dealing with Al Jefferson. He's got 8 points, and he's come up with a couple of nice steals today, too.
Clark, just a very energetic brand of defense.
Here's Miller. Miller with another miss. And so here's Charlotte. We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, you got the lead. Burn some clock here.
Smart move.
Yep.
Absolutely critical chance right here.
They need this one to go their way.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Barnes passes to Miller. Count it! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
They don't get any bigger than that. Basket.
They needed it, Greg, and he gave it to them.
Walker against Thompson. Kaminsky kicks to Lamb. Oh, off target. Got it up in time. Oh, couldn't sink the shot, and we're going to overtime. Well, if you love great competition and neck-to-neck basketball action, this one has been a great one. Overtime number 1. Getting going right now. And is checked in for Golden State. And a switcher also for Charlotte. Devin Harris is checked in for Kemba Walker.
A three-pointer here might have us headed to another overtime period.
Harris kicks to Jefferson.
That's the wall.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure, it's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they got to try to manage it.
At the line for 2.
So it gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
No mistakes there. I think you can close the book on this one, guys. It's done.
And Lamb kicks to Batum. Pass to Lamb. Charlotte no good that time either. Miller outside. Gets it to fall.
He is on fire from behind the arc.
Yeah, it seems like all of his points are coming from deep, Greg.
So we see the Warriors get the win here. Clark, a double overtime game can really take its toll on the players, and after this one, the officials, the fans, everyone's going to have to take a needed rest.
Yeah, exactly, but I tell you what, they showed me the heart of a champion here in this one.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Congratulations on this win tonight, Stephen, and tell us a little bit about the driving philosophy behind how this team strives to be the most cohesive unit possible.
To me, it's a commitment, and we know that that's going to put us in good position to win every single night. As if we bring the effort, multiple efforts at each possession where you might get beat, but you got to get back in the play. God's going to help you, you help him. We care about each other, so we want to make sure that nobody's left out to dry, and I think that's a big factor. And we're just relentless on the defensive end.
Congratulations, Steph. Great job. Guys, over to you.
All right, Doris, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan along with our entire 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. Now we send you to the award-winning Ernie Johnson, who's standing by in our studio.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. He had just an outstanding fourth-quarter performance. He really had the fire lit under him, and down the stretch, really having a huge impact on the outcome of this game.
He was an assassin from the three-point line tonight. A very good percentage for him out there, and a grand total of 8 3-pointers. He tormented that defense with his ability to get open and drain the deep shot.
I don't know what got into him tonight. Whew. He caught the scoring bug and was just pouring it in the paint. That's the kind of offense he's capable of delivering when he sets his mind to it.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.